All right, I got a question from Eleanor. And the question is, what do you have to do to recover from anorexia? And she writes, it would be great to eat without restriction, but is it really as simple as that? I know I often tend to feel like shit when I eat more than what I wanted. Instead of feeling happy, I manage to eat more. And that I feel that I suck at life. I tend to be super negative. I don't enjoy many things in life. I tend to want to control everything, etc. Probably due to my anorexia, but it's probably become a habit. So to recover from anorexia, should I work on that too? Or do you think that those are other issues? Does eating without restriction help me be kinder to myself? Or does working on being kinder to myself help me think about restrictions? All right, so I do think that eating without restriction will help. Basically, eating without restriction means that you'll get out of energy deficit, and getting out of energy deficit is going to help with a whole host of problems, because you will only appreciate how many issues energy deficit causes you once you're actually out of energy deficit and those things start to amend themselves. And so eating without restriction, because that is what is going to lead to you coming out of energy deficit, you have to come out of energy deficit in order to recover from an eating disorder. Being kinder to yourself is not going to necessarily get you out of energy deficit. You can have nice hot bubble baths with music playing and candles, and that's not going to help you get out of energy deficit. Being kind to yourself, though, I could define as eating without restriction, because restricting food is being a dick to yourself, isn't it? So I suppose that can swing both ways as well. But ultimately, I'd focus on eating without restriction. I can probably tell even from that email that is the thing that most scares you. Well, about being super negative and all of that, well, that might take some neural rewiring. So of course you can work on that at the same time. You can be focusing on not allowing yourself to be super negative, as you put it to yourself. But I do think that the primary focus has to be eating without restriction. And yes, that's probably the scariest thing to do and the harder thing to do. But, well, shit, that's recovery, isn't it? We always have to do the things that's the scariest and the hardest. It generally is the most important. So eating without restriction is a bit of a double whammy, because of course it helps amend the energy deficit thing, but it also does a ton of neural rewiring for you, because you'll have lots of restrictive habits that you have to rewire. And so eating without restriction consistently is going to be doing both of those things, which is why I go on about it so much. But eating without restriction, see that as being kind to yourself. And then, whilst you're doing the eating without restriction, don't let yourself be a dick to yourself and be negative to yourself and indulge in negative thoughts and things like that. All right, hope that helps. Bye.